When many people think about where economic ideas come from, the names that immediately come to mind are Adam Smith, Karl Marx, or maybe Aristotle. But there is someone far less known, someone Western history almost never talks about 1,000 years ago, before capitalism existed, before central banks were even a thing. A Muslim thinker issued a warning that sounds uncannily like the financial crises we live through today. He said this: "When money loses its moral dimension, society begins to rot from the inside." And honestly, when you look at what's happening today, it's hard to say he didn't understand us better than we think. Welcome to Echoes of Wealth, the place where the long history of money is told. To understand Al-Ghazali, we need to go back to around the year 1100. Europe is still fragmented, poor, and struggling to emerge from a dark period. But at the same time, the Islamic world stretches from Al-Andalus to the lands of Persia, Baghdad, Damascus, Cairo. These are more than just cities. They are the beating heart of trade, knowledge, and money. Caravans carry silk, spices, textiles, and silver. Markets are crowded. Cities are wealthy. Society is changing rapidly. And right in the middle of this transformation, Abu Hamid al-Ghazali steps into the spotlight, a philosopher, a jurist, a theologian. But his most important trait was this: he was not afraid to question what he saw. At a young age, he rose to one of the most prestigious academic positions in the Islamic world. But that wasn't what made him special. What made him special was this: while everyone was saying, "We're getting richer," he was saying something is going wrong. People were making money, but meaning was disappearing. The economy was growing, but it was rotting from the inside. Sound familiar? Ghazali asked a simple but unsettling question: what happens when a society becomes rich without becoming wise? To answer this, he examined money itself. And this is where many people are surprised, because contrary to popular belief, Ghazali was not just a religious thinker. He was one of the first figures in history to analyze money as a system and through human psychology. In his eyes, money was not something to be worshipped. It was not a goal to be hoarded. It was never a status symbol. For him, money was nothing more than a tool. He even compared money to a mirror. A mirror has no value on its own. Its value comes from what it reflects. Money is the same. Its power does not lie in gold or silver, but in people being able to spend, build businesses, and act together. From this, he reached a crucial conclusion. Money that does not circulate is dead money. Money locked in chests, buried underground, or kept outside the system is not just useless. It harms society. Because money that doesn't circulate creates no jobs. It does not increase production. It suffocates the market. Ghazali described this as the freezing of a society's blood circulation. But his point wasn't simply the rich are greedy. He said the problem lies in the system itself. When the wealthy hoard money, they create artificial scarcity. Not because resources are lacking, but because circulation is blocked. Prices spiral out of control. Markets lose their health, and everyone pays the price. From here he moves to his second major warning: speculation destroys trust. He openly criticized those who profit from crises, manipulate prices, and exploit people in desperation. In his view, this was not intelligence, it was social decay. Those who profit from another's suffering, he said, profit from decay. And decay is contagious. It spreads to markets, it spreads to institutions, and eventually it engulfs the entire society. Think about today's financial bubbles, crisis opportunists, and market manipulators. It's the same story, just told nearly 900 years ago. Ghazali was not against trade. He was not against profit. In fact, he believed markets were necessary. He believed wealth could have meaning. What he opposed was dishonest gain, lies, fraud, false weights, hiding defects, manipulating information, because markets run on trust. And when trust disappears, the economy collapses. What we today call information asymmetry and moral hazard, he had already described in his own time. Another thing he emphasized was the value of labor. Money earned through effort strengthens a person. Money earned through deception corrupts them. Societies grow through contribution. They collapse through exploitation. Ghazali was also harsh toward states. He openly warned rulers who reduced the gold or silver content of coins. To him, this was outright theft. It affected the poor the most, and it destroyed trust in the monetary system. The state, he argued, should protect the market, not corrupt it for its own benefit, because rulers who pursue their own interests destroy societies faster than external enemies. Ghazali's conclusion was clear: a society can survive poverty, but it cannot survive corruption. Economies do not collapse because money disappears. They collapse because trust disappears. Money is a belief system, and when people stop believing, the system collapses. Ghazali was not preaching. He was stating a reality. Today, as we live in a world of debt, speculation, inequality, and distrust, his message is not philosophy. It is a warning that deserves attention. When money breaks away from morality, the system collapses. History does not repeat itself exactly, but if you fail to learn from it, it will crush you again. If this gave you a different perspective, subscribe.